welcome back to Mystical Sedona. Now it's time for your astrological alchemy with Sondraya, a scientific mystic. Welcome back to the show, Sondraya.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here again. So this week, I would like to talk about the work we need to do to bring the magic through. But before I speak on that, let me just give a quote from the book, A Course in Miracles. The quote is, "There is nothing my holiness cannot do." Absolutely nothing. So with that in mind, the work that we need to do to bring our magic through, we're going to look at 3 astrological components as we speak about that. One of them is the fact that Jupiter is transiting through the relationship and sign of love, Libra. And as I mentioned a bit last week, Neptune is in Pisces conjunct the South Node. You can Google what a South Node is. I'm just going to talk about what it does. And the third thing that's happening is Jupiter is squaring the planet Pluto. So with that in mind, with Jupiter in Libra this year, the work we need to do is in the field of relationship. And guess what the first relationship is that we need to work on? Yes, ourselves. Relationship with ourselves and with our God. That's number one. The two are really one, the self and God. And after that becomes our relationship with everybody else, with the world, with our family, with our partners, with our neighbors, with our enemies. Because we're definitely involved in relationships. So, after we need to deal with our relationship with ourselves, where are you with accepting yourself completely, totally? Even the shadow, the dark, bad self of you. Where are you with continuing to love yourself? Because if you are willing to, you don't even have to know how to love yourself totally. What you do need to have is the willingness to. When you have that willingness to, and you let go, there is a force, there's a loving force in the universe that will assist you. Now, the loving of the self is definitely important. And the fact is, okay, this is what I wanted to say. Loving our dark side of ourselves is important because here we have Jupiter in square to Pluto. Pluto is called the god of the underworld. It rules our unconscious. It rules the place where our quote-unquote bad stuff, shadowy stuff is. And Jupiter is waltzing with that planet now. Now, what we don't always remember is that stored in our subconscious is not just the bad stuff. Carl Jung was one of the first people to really bring it to our attention that in our subconscious we have incredible magic. We have incredible powers that are there. And when we're willing to go in there and face and look at our dark side and just deal with it with the willingness to take it and transmute it, then our dark side becomes like compost. You know how compost can make beautiful roses grow and corn grow? Well, it's the same with the compost of the dark stuff in our own psyche. So if we're just willing to take a look at stuff that comes up and not try to pass the blame on someone else, not try to go into any kind of blame or shame, that is major work that we can do to bring the magic through. And the South Node in Pisces, conjunct Jupiter in, the South Node conjunct Neptune in Pisces. The South Node rules the past. And so most of us, we're used to being separated from our love nature, which is separated from the God nature, so the past is filled with a lot of sticky, icky stuff. However, if we go deep enough down that rabbit hole of the South Node to the very depths, and Pisces rules the depths like of the oceans, the depths of our being, what we find there is the true essence of love. Neptune is the highest aspect of love, and Libra is another aspect of love, and so is the planet Venus. And so these planets together is saying that if we're willing to just go into a state of deep relaxation that we do in meditation or in a nice hypnotherapy session, and let ourselves just sink down past. It'll be kind of fearful for a moment because you're likely, as you're going in deep, you're going to likely connect with your icky sticky stuff. But if you keep going deep, what you will land in, oh, and past the fears, the unconscious certainly holds all of that in there. But if we keep on going, and you don't stop and try to do the big escape thing and go smoke something, drink something, or watch some movies, and you stay with it, what you connect with is this incredible love. And I'm not just talking about words. That happened to myself this morning as I was preparing. I woke up and did my meditation and was preparing for this show, and all of a sudden it was like a surprise as I sat and went past different fears and concerns that I had in my own personal life, and just steady, willing to keep on going no matter what. I ended up in a place where I felt like I had just dissolved, like there was no more me, like I had dissolved into this place of love. And in this space of love, wow. That's it. So, I don't think I talked about that square of Jupiter, so just to quickly say, it's like talking about cell towers and things, how supposedly the cell towers can harm our health. But with that Jupiter square Pluto, we can use the intention and the energy of that aspect to boost up our vitality, our energy, to the point that it is stronger, that the cell tower will look about that small. That's our, we use our intention to do that, and that's how we create magic, is by focusing our mind and having the audacity to ask for what we most need or we most desire. Any questions or anything you want to say about this?
I thought that was very powerful. Thank you. I really enjoyed that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Please stay tuned. We will be back with an angelic message and the paranormal segment of our show. We'll be right back.